Hello, I'm Murray Evans, the Assistant Athletic Director for Communications here at Oklahoma Christian, and I'm here with our women's basketball coach, Stephanie Findley, to talk a little bit about the upcoming season. Coach, we're entering our second year in the Lone Star Conference. What are some of the lessons that we learned last year?
Well, first of all, we learned that it's a long way to Silver City, New Mexico. I think one of the biggest things was how physical and how big some of the teams was maybe an eye-opener for us in that first year. A lot of the teams have a lot of size and play very strong and physical and are deep in those areas. So I think probably the physicality was the biggest eye-opener for me, and it got more physical as the year went on, and it was really physical in the playoffs, and we've just got to learn to play in that kind of brand of ball. We've got to get stronger. We've got to get more physical and able to function in those kind of games.
Well, we have a core group of 3 seniors back this year in Katie Mayo, Madison Collier Ingraham. Have to remember that. She got married during the off season. And Tyra Peck. How do you see their roles progressing as the season moves along?
Well, Maddie and Katie won't have much of a different role from what they had last year as far as our point guard and then our leading scorers that are returning. Katie being a leading rebounder and shot blocker for us. Their roles won't change much, but Tyra was our 2 guard and still is, but she's having to play a lot of point guard as we've brought in a lot of new people. We've had a lot of change, and I don't have point guards that are experienced in what we do except for Tyra and Maddie. So Tyra's been playing a lot against Maddie in practice and serving as that other point guard. So in a game, she'll be running the point, just as much, if not more so than Maddie. While they're in there together, either one of them could run it now because Tyra's been doing it this whole time in the preseason. So I'm hopeful that just makes her that much of a bigger threat. She's a great passer, and she'll be able to use those skills now in that point guard position, and Maddie can play off of her, and maybe that gives Maddie a little more rest to be in a 2 guard spot on some possessions instead of always being the one handling the ball.
Now we have a good group of kind of bench players from last year who are back. Kendra Levings, Emma Epperly, Kendall Blackburn, Amaya Buchanan, and Allie Christie, who sat out last season. How is their experience the last couple of years going to help this year's team? Well,
I think it'll help a lot. Kendall and Emma are 2 of our most physical players, and they were figuring it out last year during the year too, that was something that was going to be a premium in this conference. So their experience with that will help a lot, especially inside defense, rebounding, things like that. Kendra is a good 3-point shooter. I think over the summer she's really built up her confidence a little more to where maybe we'll talk her into shooting a little more when she's in there. We would like her to shoot when she's open, and she's such a team player. She wants to pass it off a lot and not be a ball hog, so we've been trying to work on that, and I think she's showing progress there and understands what we're asking her role to be. Amaya maybe is the one that has come back and shown us the most in preseason. She did a good job in the summer keeping herself fit, and she came in ready to go. Last year was a tough year for her for a lot of different reasons, and she's come back this year and has really put a lot of effort into making herself better, and you're going to see that in her as she gets more and more minutes. She's probably our best offensive rebounder. She goes to the glass and gets the ball. She just knows where it's going to be, and she goes and gets it. So I'm excited for her to get a lot of time this year and see what she can bring to the team. Allie is still not fully healthy. We hope to get her back and have her 3-point shooting. She could help handle the ball too in a point guard type situation with her experience, but she's not fully healthy yet. Don't know when we'll have her back, but we're trying to get her back.
As you mentioned, we have a lot of new faces this year. We have 8 newcomers out of, 15 players. So how quickly have they been assimilated into the team, and Do you see any potential breakout performers this year?
Yeah, I do. Brooklyn Bain will be a freshman for us from Comanche and daughter of Misty Mitchell, who played here. Brooklyn is getting a lot of time. She's come in and hit the ground running. She's been trying to do 2 sports, which I think was about to wear her out, but she has picked up the offense very well. She's tenacious on defense. She doesn't want to lose when we're running sprints. She wants to be the winner every time, and so her work ethic has just been outstanding. She will be a force to be reckoned with, I believe. We also had some transfers that we were kind of counting on, but they are not healthy at this time with various injuries. One being Antonia, the other being Erica James from California, and it looks like we're not going to have them for a while. I do look forward to the time that we would get them back. I think Antonia could be a really good shot blocker for us, and she runs the floor so well, and then she's got 6'3" size. So we would love to get her back. The rest of our newcomers, we've suffered a lot of injuries, and I'm just hoping that I can get a couple of those girls back. Some of them will be out for the year.
Well, I guess it's the time of year, though. You have to be optimistic.
Right, and we are. We're trying to simplify. I've always run my stuff, and I'm trying to fight that urge and simplify so that we can run a lot of different people in different spots, and they don't have to remember as much stuff, So that's one thing I've done to adjust, because it's been a weird, besides it being 2020, it's just been a weird off season for us where we don't have very many bodies to work with. So we're just trying to simplify and see if that can, hopefully, less is more.
Well, I guess in 36 years of coaching, you probably learned a few tricks. So hopefully we can use some of them to our advantage this year.
Right.
Thanks a lot, Coach. And
thank you.
Let's look forward to a great season.
Thank you.